So the Mac-Cap beast tramples over the warrior, and Dorath falls. The stalker attacks again with its spikes. Kingdom, Dungeon, and Hero is a hex-based wargame that it has something that is unique from other wargames of its type. And this is the fact that you can recruit adventurers, which are called heroes. You can try to find rumors on the different towns, hamlets, or cities that are around the world. As you can see, it's a very, very big world, and we have different factions and different type of biomes. We have also ports and sea tiles and sea hexes. But in, for example, this Howling Woods or down here on the mountains, the Great Top Mountains, we could find caves or different dungeons. Hence, the name Kingdoms, Kingdom, Dungeon, and Hero. Let's say you have here a hybrid in between fantasy role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and also a very acclaimed war game that we all know and love, which is called Shadow Empire. With that being said, we can now start the recruitment of our adventurers, so to speak. We can go right now to heroes, and we can see that we have in this area where it says recruit new heroes, it says that we have an adventurer, a warrior, and a necromancer. The more variety you have on your heroes, the more chances you have to beat a dungeon. So we can see that this one has a sneak ability, plus 10% surprise. He is observant, plus 10% search and find traps, and adventure, which is plus 1 search disarmed traps. This is pretty much a rogue. Then we have a warrior with farmer, bonus to food production. This is if you want to give him the role of a major. So this is going to work like a governor, okay? So then we have 4 armor, which is the normal block for all the warriors, and the necromancer is a warlock, weakens toughness and impenetrable, and adds armor with AGs. So we're going to take the 3 of them. Before ending the turn, also I want to show you something. The counter here shows us a 3 of 6. So you can always have 6 out of 6 adventures in one single counter, okay? Consolidated in one counter. Before doing that, I'm just going to spend 1 movement to find adventures. Let me zoom out a little bit. If we click here, it says here, a small bribe to the local guards revealed the location of possible troubles for us. So we can see here that it appears down here a symbol here, a question mark. This means that this is a potential place where we can find something. Okay, so after a couple of turns, we can see now that we have here a small group. Well, it's a pretty standard group with 4 warriors again and 2 wizards. And here in the north, we have a motley crew of 1 cleric, 1 warrior, adventurer, enchanter, and a necromancer. As you can see, there are plenty of question marks in here, so we can go to all of those places and start doing adventures. Once you're located in the place with the question mark, you hit here, explore rumor. I sense evil in this direction. A foul presence is here. So they have found some sort of a fortress here. So it is now revealed here. We can go here and see each of them. If you click here, you see what are their skills. This one, for example, is a healer and is a conserver, resist magic. He has a feudal nature. The biography here in which we can add different stuff. For example, an unwavering figure. They have lifted themselves up from poverty to be a hero, hailing from the far arid lands of the east. Let's say. So you can add whatever you want here. This one, for example, is a farmer. This is a good bonus if you want to make this woman a governor or a mayor of a town. And as always for all the warriors, she has a block for armor. This adventurer here has observant, 10% search and find traps. This is for the dungeons. Sneak, plus 10% surprise. This one here has resist magic. He's an enchanter and adds armor with Aegis. And also this one has Aegis as well and a warlock. So I think Dras is going to be the leader here. This is the adventurer that is going to be the leader. A trained warrior full of tricks whom speaks of injustices in the world. Fantastic. So let's hit enter. Now we can see here different important stuff here. We have the difficulty here. We have a picture of the entrance of the dungeon. We have all of the characters here that we can, again, we can have a look at their stats in here. The biography here. Here we can see empty weapon slots, empty armor slots, and empty mind slots. So it's going to show you the description of the place. We have 5 heroes. We have a defensive bonus of 5, resistance bonus of 5, heals after combat 7. We have this because of the warlock, and we also have searches. We have a possible spawning rate of 22 enemies. So we can auto-explore, and if we hit yes, everything is going to happen automatically. We can just hit scouting, which means that we know what we see, but we're just going to leave. The beautiful thing about this is that you can have your adventures and you have your own Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game here. A small 2-story keep on a hill is revealed when the surrounding vegetation is cleared. Its walls are lined with a moss-like growth, and vines are seen creeping their way into the structure. Sounds of nature can be heard all around, and you can also hear the sound. What is clear is that this place has been abandoned for a very long time, and you have here the torches in which they are standing at the entrance. So if you want to move in here, you can leave also, but you can say that you don't want to auto-explore, and then you are free to move. So we're going to move north. A dirty, empty pathway lies ahead. Some tiles are dry, while others mysteriously clean. No clue as to the reason is apparent. So let's remember that we have one guy here that can search. I think... Who was that? Is this one. Dras, which is the leader, he's an adventurer. He has this thing, observant. He has 10% search and find traps. So I think that is going to be good for us to search. Okay, there are no spawns here. He is a very good person. He has 2 strength, 4 cleverness, intelligence. He has 5. He has good intelligence, so I think that observant is going to use intelligence as well. And this is just an educated guess because I'm just applying the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not clearly sure if that is counting here. But also we have the weapons and melee power. Let's see. I think he's the most powerful one. Oh, by the way, Fauni, the necromancer, has a very, very good melee power. And this one seems very strong as well. I think it's because the armor. She has the best armor at this point. So let's do a search. We have three points in search here. At the bottom of an old fire pit there is a hidden storage of wealth. Treasure collected, 1 gold. You can see it reflected here. Our journey began at the entrance and now we have collected 1 gold. Everything is going to be registered here in the log. So let's continue to the north. Misty Crypt. The foul smell of death and decay are no strangers to this place. A haze covers the floor, swirling within the worn pillars of past memories. The smell becomes stronger the closer one gets to the floor. So we can still search here. We're going to do a search, and we collected more gold here. A hoard of loot is found inside of a mound of old dry feces. Yuck. So, up to this point, it appears that we are in a very, very isolated dungeon, but this doesn't look good. Because there's a haze covering the floor, swirling within the worn pillars of past memories. Apparently, there are going to be undead here. So let's continue. We cannot move to the sides, so we're going to go deeper. The other option that we have is to return. Could be a good option. Let's return. Now let's move down. And we find a hollow hallway. Now it's interesting that at this point we haven't found any enemies. This is strange. A tall and wide hallway extends out to a doorway. It is very difficult to move quietly as any sound echoes off the high doomed ceilings. And you can imagine these guys with all of the plate armor moving in here. Other than occasional broken wood, there is nothing in this part of the dungeon. So, again, nothing here. We can search here again. So let's try to search. A damaged facet of a wall coffer divulges its secrets within the elegant pattern. More gold. So we have found, up to this point, 6 coins here. Now we have the option of going further into this area, which is the southern part, or return to the crypt. I don't want to return to the crypt, I tell you. The more intelligent guy here is the leader. He has a very high intelligence, so he is going to tell the group that he's not going into the crypt. Enemies have spawned. We have a Magcap Horror and also a Magcap Lesser. You can see he has Aegis, Conserver, Warlock, and resistant to 30% magic reduction. This guy is powerful. He has 6 magic defense. We have resistance, heals after combat. We have defensive bonus of 5. They have a melee defense of 5. I think it's different. Look at this one. This one has a melee defense of 12. This is not a good situation. So now that we know that we have an encounter an enemy, you can click the heroes. Let's see, this one has this thing here. He has a magic attack, plus 2 hit. He also has counter spell, lower spawn hex chance, magic minus 4 hit. He has spellbind. This one is very useful, this guy here, this Farkas. Now let's have a look at this. An empty room. Remains with dust, markings of where closets once were. Iron door covers line the walls of this circular room, with a table at its center. Broken metal instruments are scattered on the floor near the table. A large cell lies at the far end. Some hay and bones can be found in there. Someone or something was kept in there. But we have to face these guys, right? So let's see. This is the most powerful one, I think. Even though they have 7. We're very powerful at this point. But take a look at this. An unusual creature that does not fall under the observation of a horror despite its unusual appearance. They are a unique beast. They are incredibly intelligent, but physically frail. All of these creatures use magic. Often, oddly shaped shards can be seen attached to their skin. Removal of the shards dissolves them into dust. They avoid places where people gather. And that's the reason they are deep in here. On occasion, tools for which no use can be discerned are found among them. They do tend to gather in the north near the rift. Perhaps they are in league with the Drool. So we can retreat. We can do a fight, a quick fight. I don't know if we're going to be able to destroy them. For example, we have this thing. Let's see. Resistance. We have 5. I don't know. This is the horror, an abomination of shard magic. It is suspected these are fallen Magcap warriors brought back for use. This is an undead, basically, unlike their living creators. These horrors have no mind of their own. We have a necromancer here, by the way. He knows about these guys. So we're going to assume that he's telling us what is happening here. These horrors have no mind. They are slower but appear to be under the control of other Magcap. So, this one. Once all living Magcap are killed, these creatures act more like typical horrors you would in Dungeons and Ruins, and hence, through the very magic that brought them to on life, their grip is weighted and it's difficult to read because it doesn't have punctuation here. So, enhanced through the very magic that brought them to life, to on life, coma, their grip is weighted and strong. Once held, they will pound their large heads into the victim until they are pulp. We could retreat. Our band of heroes has retreated to a previous area. So we know that there are enemies there, so let's go up again. Let's go further here. And here we found Lancertilian Stalker, which is a dinosaur and a Magcap beast. Oh my god, this thing is looking much more powerful than the other. So we're going to retreat. We are cornered and we cannot find a path to retreat. So, bad selection of choices here. This section of the dungeon has been shown to have some structural failures. This is an uneasy tunnel. Oh yeah, that's true. We are trapped in between these two because we're in a tunnel. An attempt has been made to hold back the surrounding layers of rocks to keep the passage clear. Some wood beams are older, some newer. Metal braces, rocks and dirt litter the ground. If the monsters don't kill you, a collapse of the surrounding walls will. We can do evade, but we're not going to do that because we cannot evade, basically. Most of the warriors are going to use swords. The necromancer has the augment defense resist bonus. But let's read about this thing. This creature has just armor and it looks very, very dire. The creature is a giant mutated iguana, trained to act as a hunting dog for lizard men. Its body is covered in thick, scaly skin, and it has razor-sharp claws that can easily rip apart its prey. With its keen sense of smell and hearing, it is an expert tracker, able to locate even the most elusive of targets. Right off the bat, it's telling us that we cannot use elusiveness. Its long, powerful tail can be used to knock down enemies or help it balance as it leaps across uneven terrain. It is a fearsome predator, and its loyalty to its lizard masters makes it a formidable ally in battle. Now we have the Madcap Beast. This one's tough. The beast comes in various shapes and sizes, but it's no larger than a tall, burly man. Unlike horrors, these abominations were selectively changed by the Madcap to serve them. Up close, one can see the former animal they once were. Their strength and intelligence have been increased, making them cunning fighters. Their bodies are plated or have thickened bone from their skeletal mass. Interestingly, none of this creature seems to be in pain from the transformation. Look at the strength, 11. We're not so strong in here. We have 3, 4, and by the way they look clever, intelligence they don't have too much. Conviction, well, normal. So, let's go for the Enchanter. Counterspell. Lower spawn hex chance. By the way, we can see here that they have magic defense, 3. They don't have magic attacks, and they have 9 in melee attack. Very, very powerful, but they don't have magic attacks. Magic defense is low in this one, in this too. Okay, so can you use magic here? So the Spellbind attempts to incapacitate a spawn for 1 round. Or you can do the magic attack. Let's do this one, Spellbind, and let's try to incapacitate. We're going to do Spellbind here, so we're going to try to incapacitate both of them, and the other warriors are going to use... by the way, we have one guy here that can use... This one can use block. She has a defensive 8. She's going to block, and this one is going to attack, and the cleric can heal or augment the defense bonus. Let's do that. Let's use the power of the cleric here. So let's fight. Oh, Doroth is dead. So one of these creatures killed Doroth. So the Madcap Beast attacked Doroth, and even though she was blocking with her huge shield, so the Madcap Beast tramples over the warrior, and Doroth falls. The Lacertan Stalker attacks again with its spikes and kills Doroth. She's helpless. There's nothing they can do. So now it is time to do the magic attack. Both of them. And this one is going to do the slay because he's angry about the situation. And this one will do slay as well. Let's do it. We're still alive. So now it's time for this guy to heal. You know what? Magic attack. We're gonna do magic attack. And let's do slay. There we go. Oh, they stopped everything here. This is tough. Let's go for augment. We're going to incapacitate here. And let's do this one. Oh, this one's spellbound. Interesting. So Farkas, the enchanter, spellbinds the Lacertian stalker, and they manage to kill the big creature that just destroyed Doriath, the body of the warrior is laying on the ground. Now let's finish this. Okay, so we are alive, and we managed to destroy the enemy. So now we're going to continue here. We continue into the tunnels. We find a twisted corridor. Navigating through the bewildering passage of intricately carved pillars, one is guided by a faint red glow that permeates the corridor. This eerie illumination emanates from a plant-like substance clinging to the walls, its bioluminescence casting strange shadows and revealing the path ahead. The air is tinged with a subtle, earthy scent that grows more pronounced closer to the ground, hinting at the presence of this unusual flora. Branching off from the main corridor, several side passages lead to rooms that once housed soldiers or servants, their empty spaces now filled with the silent echoes of past inhabitants and the soft glow of the mysterious plants that have taken root in this forgotten place. "Do not let our magic fall into their hands," says the abomination, and we have found in the Tomb of Rituals another two enemies here. Stone stairs led to a circular room filled with engravings of magic. Several urns lie at the edges against the wall. Many are at least partially broken. A large magic circle is at the center. Okay, so now you had a very interesting understanding of what this is. So Kingdom Dungeon and Hero, it's a beautiful role-playing game that will take you to a fantastical world with different heroes fighting in dungeons, and you will find different creatures, you will find different trinkets, different weapons, different magical items. So this is a solid role-playing generator. So if you are someone that would like to have an adventure like a Dungeons and Dragons like adventure, this is something that you must try. It's amazing. As you can see, it transports you. It it is going to teleport you into this world. So I just wanted to show you how this game feels, how this game works. So thank you for watching. This was Victus. See you in the next one.